It's not going to be about sacrificing black cats or babies or anything like that. There's a lot of misperceptions, and a lot of people in the pagan community have to deal with things that nobody should have to. You know, a lot of discrimination, people coming up and preaching in their faces, trying to convert them, when basically they're just asking to be able to practice their own religion in peace. They're not going around trying to convert other people. They just want to express their spirituality in the way that they see fit. And this typically shouldn't be bothering anybody else, but there's so many negative views put out there because people don't really know what it is, and because things are kept low profile because people were persecuted as witches and were killed in the past as witches. So not everybody's very public about it, and so because of the secrecy, people think, oh, well, if they're keeping secrets, they must be doing something terrible. And that's not true.
To the east, Raphael.
Raphael.
To the west, Gabriel.
The idea in magic is that when you're starting something, you're starting with a completely clean slate. And so then that lets you invite the energies in that you want there. And it goes from the circle and also into our lives, it extends into our lives as well.
Unlike some traditions where they say you believe the way we do, or you have to go away, or you're evil, or something like that, pagans are more, hey, here's what I believe. What do you believe? Oh, that's cool. I like that. I would like to learn more of what you have to say. It's there's a great deal of acceptance as opposed to exclusion.
It's a very nature-oriented religion, and we worship a god and a goddess. And there are other little deities too, depending on what pantheon you practice. You can incorporate the Celtic deities or the Egyptian deities, gods and goddesses and whatnot. It's very nature-oriented. Everything stems towards Mother Earth, and we pay respect to the earth through meditation and ritual, and we celebrate what the earth has to give us, like harvest and life, and it's very, very peaceful.
There's different traditions and pathways that are represented here. We have the Asatru, we have ceremonial magic, we have traditional Wiccans, we have just eclectic paganism. And the purpose of Pagan Pride is to bring all these different faiths together in one umbrella of unity for tolerance, for educational purposes, just for community. And so that's why there's a little bit of everything represented here.
The basic ideas in paganism, however, remain the same, which is that the divine is beyond our comprehension, but the divine manifests as a male and a female, a god and a goddess, and that we can live in harmony with the world, with the universe, with a god and goddess, and find peace in our lives.
It is a time when the veils between the worlds, the world of the living and the world of the dead, grow thin, and so it's possible to do more spirit communication, and it's sort of the pagan New Year's to some extent. Well, originally it wasn't October 31st. Samhain originally was the last full moon of the month of October, but because we're in the US and Americans celebrate Halloween, it just wound up kind of settling around that time, just because that's when everybody else was doing things. So